There are several different kinds of electrical devices that can be added to your Revit model. Let's take a look at these devices. On the Systems ribbon, in the Electrical panel, expand the Device drop-down. As you can see, the categories of electrical devices include electrical fixture, communication, data, fire alarm, lighting, nurse call, security, and telephone. It is important to know that for many of these categories, there are not families loaded into the default templates. For example, when I click Communication, a dialog appears stating that no communication devices family is loaded in the current project and asks if I want to load one now. I'll click No. I'll switch to the Insert ribbon and click Load Family from the Load from Library panel. Revit displays the Load Family dialog. This is the same dialog that would appear if I would have selected Yes before when Revit asked if I wanted to load a communication device family. However, by accessing the library this way, I can load a family from any category. I'll open Electrical, MEP, Information and Communication. In this folder, there are several subfolders that contain electrical devices. For example, in the Building Controls folder, there are several sensors. I'll move back one folder and then open the Communication folder. Here, you can see devices such as intercoms, speakers, telephone outlets, and several others. I'll move back one folder and then open the Fire Alarm folder. In this folder, there are families for horns, strobes, pull stations, smoke detectors, and several other fire alarm devices. Once again, I'll move back a folder and then I'll open the Nurse Call folder. Here, you can see several nurse call devices. I'll move back to the Information and Communication folder and then open the Security folder. Here, there are several devices that can be used to model a security system. I'll move back one folder. As you can see, there are several electrical device families in these subfolders that can be loaded into your project and placed using one of the electrical device tools. Then you can create a system for those devices, whether it be for communication, data, security, or so on. Once you add the devices and create a system, you will then be able to circuit them and create a panel schedule. I'll open the Fire Alarm folder again. I'll press Control, select the Control panel, the wall-mounted horn, the wall-mounted horn strobe, the manual pull station, and the smoke detector. Then I'll click Open. Once the families load into the project, I'll switch back to the Systems ribbon and expand the Device drop-down from the Electrical panel. Then I'll click Fire Alarm. When I do, the ribbon changes to the Modify Place Fire Alarm contextual ribbon. Since most electrical devices are hosted components, there is a placement panel on the contextual ribbon. Here, you can choose to place on vertical face, place on face, or place on work plane. Place on vertical face is used to place wall-hosted devices. Place on face is used to place ceiling-hosted devices. If components such as walls or ceilings are not available, you can use Place on Work Plane to host the devices to a level. I'll select Place on Vertical Face. If you need to load additional families, you can click Load Family in the Mode panel to open the Load Family dialog again. However, with the tool already active, the loaded families must fall under the Fire Alarm Devices category. You could also select Model in Place to create a custom family here in the project. In the Tag panel, Tag on Placement is a toggle. When selected, the button has a dark background, and a tag will be added when you place a device. If you toggle this off, the background lightens, and a tag will not be included when you place a device. If you later decide to add a tag, Revit includes a function to tag untagged elements. I'll toggle this back on again. When tags are included, notice that in the options bar, you have a choice of placing the tags either horizontal or vertical. You can click the Tags button to display the Loaded Tags dialog, so you can see which tags are loaded and load other tags if you wish. I'll click Cancel to close this dialog. You can also enable a leader if desired, and then specify the length of the leader. I'll leave this checkbox cleared for now, and then toggle off Tag on Placement. Typically, some type of legend is used to indicate electrical devices, but you can tag them if you wish. Realize that if I had started any of the other electrical device tools, there would still be a contextual ribbon with the mode, placement, and tag panels. The only difference would have been the types that appear in the type selector. All the electrical device tools are pretty much the same. You choose the type of element that you want to place in the type selector, and then click to place the element. But if you are placing a wall-mounted device, you should first check the elevation and offset parameters in the Properties palette. For example, I'll expand the type selector and choose the wall-mounted fire alarm horn. Then I'll change the elevation to 8 feet, or 2,400 millimeters in the metric file. Moving into the drawing area, you can see that I can't place the device until my cursor is near a wall. Then once my cursor is near a wall, I can see a preview of the device. I'll place a few horn strobes over the doors by simply clicking to place the device. Next, I'll expand the type selector and choose the pull station. Now I can place pull stations near the exits. So as you can see, placing electrical devices is simple. Just ensure that you place wall-hosted components at the proper elevation. If you need to place ceiling-hosted devices, you will need to switch to a ceiling plan view.